everyone, welcome back again to the channel today. We're back at Nürburgring GP track again, but this time we're doing our first ever drive of the Porsche 919 hybrid LMP1 car, prototype car. Never driven this car before, before I came to this track with this car, so it's a bit of a learning experience. I'd previously only driven one GR1 car at Interlagos and I wasn't that keen on the handling on that car. It felt very arcadey and a bit unrealistic. This actually feels a bit better, a fair bit better than that version, that GR1 car, although it's not, if I'm brutally honest, it's not as good as games like Assetto Corsa when it comes to this car. It doesn't feel quite as realistic, but it is still a lot of fun to drive, and that's what we really want. So it's got this lap to go through and guide you through. It put us number 7 on the leaderboard in the top 10 stars, which I was really happy about considering it was my first drive in a GR1 car at this track. So we'll let you guys watch the lap at 4 speed with obviously the 2 cameras on so people on the pad can see it, and then we'll slow it all down and go through a track guide. Enjoy the lap. Okay, so you can see the lap was fairly good, 1 minute 39.6, a few errors in the last sector which we'll point out now as we go through the track guide while slowing all the action down. So, first braking point we're going to look at is a 100 board. We're going to brake a little bit short of that 100 board. You're going to see it as we approach, a little bit later than what you do with other cars because the brakes are so strong on this car. So, braking just before that 100 board, down into second gear, and then trail brake just as you get to the apex of the corner, just to try and get some turn in on the car. And you can see we've pretty much done that spot on. Then into third gear, early upshift just to stop the understeer, and then try and get the car out wide. You see how we widen the angle, then hard on the power in fourth gear. The back end wanted to go just there, I had to do a little bit of a lift and then correction of the oversteer. Then down to second gear as we approach this tight left hand to get the car over the curb on the left hand side. Into third gear early, that's really important to stop the understeer building up now. Then into fourth gear early as well, and then hard on the power once you feel the grip there. Then as we're going into the next corner now, going into fifth gear, you're going to see we're going to brake just as the track splits off for the sprint track there on the end of that curb there. Fourth gear into this corner, let it coast a little bit before putting hard on the power to get the car back over to the left hand side. Then down into third gear, try and get the car over to this apex of this corner, and then hard on the power again, accelerating all the way out of that corner now into fourth gear, then into fifth gear, and then into sixth gear as we approach now the next braking zone, which we're going to look at again for the change of into tarmac on that left hand side. Down into third gear, don't like to go out of third gear, stay nice and tight on the right hand side, and then try and get on the power as early as you physically can. You can see there, hard on the power again in third gear, accelerating all the way up now, flat out through this corner. Do not lift through this fast section. You do not want to lift, you're going to lose time if you do. Staying in sixth gear, use some of the Astro on the right hand side to straighten up the car to stop so the acceleration doesn't slow down a bit. Then we're going to stay in 6th gear, braking just before the 100 on the right hand side, down into 4th gear, use the Astro on the right so you can approach this Astro on the left and shorten the angle. We went over the bump a bit too hard there. Hard on the power again, and then try and get the car over to the apex. We missed this apex slightly again, and then hard in the power again, accelerating out the corner into 5th gear. We lost a bit of time there, as you can see, a bit scruffy on that corner. As you can see, the Ghost approaching us there, and then because I was doing that angle and I wasn't watching where I was going, and we lost a bit more time on that corner again. Then braking on the 100 down into 3rd gear, sorry. You can really attack this corner, stay in 3rd gear through the chicane. That's how I do it. In 2nd gear, the car becomes more unsettled, so I stayed in 3rd gear, then into 4th gear, and then try and turn in now before you see that bit of tyre mark on the left hand side there on the curb. You want to get the turn in just before that, and it will enable you to take this corner much better. Accelerate out the corner now into 4th gear, and you can see I'm going to check the Ghost. We didn't get the perfect exit with the gear changes, and the Ghost nearly caught us up there on the end, but we managed to improve that very slightly. But I think we have potential there to get ourselves maybe in the 3rd to 2nd spot. You can see we finished 7th, but we definitely had the potential to get a lot higher up on that leaderboard without that last sector being as scruffy as it was. However, I was really happy with that. First ever drive on the 919 hybrid, really fun car to drive. Definitely better physics on this car than some of the other GR1 that I drove. This feels a little closer to how it should. It's not as complex as the Assetto Corsa physics, but it's still great fun and really enjoyable to drive. Hope you enjoyed the lap anyway, everyone. I hope I've give you some pointers. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button there, just so you know when I'm uploading every day. I do try and upload near enough every day. Some days will be missed, but normally 4 to 5 videos a week. And also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, if it's helped you out, and I'll be back with more videos very soon covering Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, and obviously also GT Sport. Thanks again for watching, and we'll be back very soon.